our part, the city took the action to hold this employee accountable, and we continue to hold Mr. Caldwell's family in our prayers.
Mayor Scott is defending the city's actions following the death of a Department of Public Works employee on the job last year.
Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost questioned the mayor and DPW about what went wrong. She joins us live from the newsroom with details. Mackenzie.
Kai and Mary, we know that this new report from the top prosecutor's office says that because the Department of Public Works failed to follow certain protocols, the investigation into Timothy Caldwell's death is now tainted. But Mayor Brandon Scott says the city did everything that it could to hold the driver involved accountable. This narrow alley just behind Fulton Avenue near the Sandtown Winchester neighborhood is where Timothy Caldwell, an employee of the Department of Public Works for nearly 20 years, was crushed between his trash truck and a wooden pole.
My brother has several cardiac arrests. He lost 4 units of blood. He had a crushed pelvis.
This new report from City State's Attorney Ivan Bates outlines several failures from DPW, including a DPW supervisor telling the driver of the trash truck he could leave the scene before Baltimore police arrived. According to Bates's report, while in a rideshare leaving the scene, the driver said, "I'm done with this job. I'm going to quit." He was then dropped off at the DPW lot on Reedbird Avenue, where he was allowed to get his personal belongings. A breathalyzer test was done nearly 7 hours after the incident. Through the investigation, Bates's office also discovered DPW did not train Caldwell on safety protocols for how to work with the trash truck in an alley, violating DPW's own policies. Due to the gross negligence of DPW's actions, this investigation is tainted, Bates wrote, and his office cannot proceed and make a determination in charges.
Good morning, everybody.
Wednesday, we questioned Mayor Brandon Scott about what happened. While the mayor says he's limited in what he can say,
I can say that the driver of the truck lied when initially asked about what happened. When his supervisor was notified of what actually happened, Mackenzie, the driver was told to report to BPD and required to report for alcohol and drug screening. Obviously, I can't talk to you about the results of that, but he was ultimately fired and no longer works for the city of Baltimore. We held him accountable from every way that the city of Baltimore is directly responsible for.
Did say though that DPW didn't train the workers for the picking up the trash in the alleys, which is a violation of DPW's own policy. So I see the director, maybe if he can answer the question of how that was able to happen in the first place. This is another example of DPW failing to train workers or provide the necessary safety precaution for workers. Can you explain what went wrong?
Sure. So we've made a lot of changes over the past year. We've learned from a lot of different things that happened. This was on the heels of the tragic death during the summer, a month or so prior to that. So we have put a tremendous amount of training in place. All of our workers, actually, they don't even go out on the site yet until there is a week or two where they are on test routes and they actually get trained in this area.
DPW Director Matthew Garbark says all workers have been trained. We followed up with DPW to find out exactly when that training took place.
I just couldn't believe he passed.
When Fox 45 News previously spoke with Caldwell's brother, he was frustrated with the apparent lack of training for DPW workers.
Now, with the safety measures and the protocol followed, no, they weren't.
Is that policy for DPW to allow supervisors to let someone leave a scene of an incident like that, or did that supervisor act alone?
The employee lied about what happened. Based on what happened, what the initial call was for, what the employee at the time told everyone involved would or would not require certain protocols to come into play. I can't go into personnel details, but I know you're very smart. You can pick up what I'm saying.
Sure, but when the supervisor arrived on scene, one could assume that he saw what happened and would see that.
That would be an assumption. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's true.
We also asked DPW to provide specifics on the workplace policy allowing anyone to leave the scene of an incident. Meanwhile, in a statement to Fox 45 News, Mayor Scott reiterated, decisions about whether to prosecute this or any other case are that of the state's attorney. But what is clear is that the city did its part to hold this employee accountable. As As for those questions that we sent to DPW, the spokesperson did not get back to us. Now, we also reached out to AFSCME, the union representing these DPW workers, and a spokesperson tells me that the union has been in touch with Mr. Cartwell's family to ensure that they receive any benefits necessary. The spokesperson also says that the union calls on the city to strengthen the safety training to ensure something like this doesn't happen again. Live in the newsroom, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.